This is exactly how this video should start. My kitty following me in from the field to represent just how much softness I want to hold versus all the grit and the strength that I've been holding for so long. Like I don't want to be a strong black woman anymore. And there's this like quiet slipping away of when the strength becomes a burden. Women, we admire um, the capacity to like hold so much without questioning, is this an appropriate ask for this woman to hold all of this? I had a dream a couple nights ago where I was carrying what looked like and what felt like cement blocks um to like a quarter mile. The path was really long. And then this man walked up to me and was like, "Ma'am, do you need help carrying that?" Where you going, Bubba? And my dream consciousness like zoomed into my head, and it was a battlefield. One voice saying, "No, I got it. I'm going to continue carrying it. Like, no, like get away from me." It's like this just this voice of hyper independence and strength and like territorialness almost. And then the other voice saying, "Please, sir, please take this from me. It is so heavy. Please help me." Eventually, I caved in, gave him this cement block, and then he helped me carry it to where it was supposed to go. And that's what it feels like this next chapter is asking of me, to just like put down all of these heavy weights that I've been carrying for so long, that are self imposed, that are imposed upon me because I keep portraying myself to be this like super strong, to legit to quit, freaking like scrappy. I can make something shake with two sticks. You feel me? Like all those sort of stripes and sort of like points of pride that I've worn for such a long time, of I am so strong, I can bear adversity to an extent that would impress my 16, 20, 24, 28-year-old self. Um and that's all well and good, and I'm exhausted and I'm tired of carrying it, and I want to put it down and embrace, yeah, just a level of ease that I haven't allowed myself to before. I reflect on my mom carrying everything that she did, just raising three children on her own, all of whom had their own needs and still do, their own personalities, their own struggles, and um, all of the waves of life providing for us every single step of the way. I remember my mom would work these doubles, and she would work from early in the morning to the afternoon, get a couple of hours off, take me and my brother to the skating rink, and get us like apple strudels and games, crossword puzzles. She would write curriculum. She was a teacher, so she would write curriculum, give us, yeah, all these activities to do, ensure that we had, our favorite, they weren't podcasts at that time, but just like, yeah, radio shows um available to us, and money so that we can go to the gym or take karate lessons or go to, what was it, Kmart at that time. And when I think about, I don't have children now, um but when I think about all the responsibilities that I do have, and all of the being responsible personally for all of the minutia therein in order to keep it rolling, what I have now is exhausting. I can't imagine having children on top of all of my professional responsibilities. Like being responsible for all the minutia plus all the aspects of people like in between, and having to move that forward, like um but then I also just think about when we got home at night and she would just pass out and then wake up and do it all over again. All over again. I think about, too, The reason that women, especially like single black mothers, carry so much is because men are absent. That's what's been modeled to me in my life. The messages, and I'm praying for the Lord to like heal these parts of my mind and like my distrust with men that I feel in my heart. But just this unreliability, this abandonment, lack of trust, lack of judgment, lack of presence, lack of direction because of their absence, lack of protection, lack of discretion, lack of encouragement that comes from a fatherly figure who is to lead the family and protect the family, provide for the family, like all of that just falling on not only my mother's shoulders, but just like so many women that I've seen over and over and over and over again. It's like the men, and I'm trying not to speak so generally because I know that this is not true everywhere, but like from what I've seen in my life pervasively, the men are the ones where that need help just as the children do. Like the women have to be providing for the man and they're providing for the kids. It's like, and then what that breeds is this perception or this like expectation for women, whether you're a daughter, a mother, a sister, to look out for your brother, your father, your nephew, to look out for the men. But then if you flip that expectation, it doesn't, I mean, you can't flip the expectation because it doesn't exist, right? So, like, if you ask, what I've seen is that when men are asked for help, it's like, oh, see, I gotta see, like, I gotta see if I'm available. I gotta see if I got the energy. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I don't know. But then it's like when you turn around and you ask a woman for help, it's like strategy. Like, okay, what do you need? When do you need? How much do you need? Why? When do you need? Da da da. Yeah, what time? Da da da. Schedule. Da da da. Strategize. All this stuff. But then with a man, it's just like, oh, I don't know. It's like, get out of my face, dog. Anyway, I want to position myself more to be gifted with the ease that I so desire. Like I'm structuring parts of my life in order to like make channels for that ease to come. But also, I've noticed because I show how much I can carry and also have a hard time asking for help because of that hyper independence and like perfectionism, that I hide those parts where it's just so difficult to bear. And it comes out in ways in my alone time and just like personal life that are maddening and um, exhausting, to the point where my deficit of energy continues to deplete even as the exhausting event has passed. There's this lingering and this sticking onto me that just brings me down and down and down and down. And I continue digging this hole of where to grab this non existent energy from to continue going. It's like, no more of that. I um had a position. I'm going to try to use discretion here because some of these people might see this video. I had this position where quite literally four people were doing their positions, right? Four people were doing their positions. And because of funding cuts, those positions were cut. And all of those roles concentrated into mine. So I'm responsible literally, like literally, this is not an exaggeration of like, oh my gosh, this is four people's jobs. Like, no, literally, those four people were just here and now they're not. And I'm doing their job, right? Me. And another woman who is, of course, let's name her Kathy. Kathy has a job description that says, hey, this bullet point on your job description might not exist now, but we're putting it on your job description because It might exist in the future. Don't want you to be surprised. This is part of your role, right? And that thing eventually comes to Kathy's plate. That's on her job description. It is decided for Kathy. It's decided for Kathy that she's going to get a bonus. Kathy does not have to participate in the conversation. Kathy's not in the rooms where this is being deliberated. Kathy is oblivious to the fact that this is even being discussed. Kathy. It is decided for, listen to me, it is decided for Kathy that this is happening. I'm responsible for telling Kathy that this is happening. I tell Kathy. Kathy's over the moon. It's great. For the same amount of time where this didn't exist on Kathy's plate for months and months, I had been having conversations with the same group of people that determined it for Kathy that I'm struggling because these four people by name, their jobs are mine to do now. And I'm struggling with doing it. I'm not even like yeah, so I'm like asking for advice and I'm asking for help to strategize, for how to prioritize, and just general encouragement because I'm really invested in the project that I was working on and want to see it succeed. And um, was trying to like reach out for help as I was invited. Why did I say it like that? Being on camera is so hard. It's like you're looking at me. But yeah, like I was invited to do, like reach out and ask for help. And so I did for months and months and months and months and months. So after Kathy's bonus, months and months and months go by, same conversation. I'm having to like advocate for myself and asking for help and asking for recognition. Um, I'm having to have really uncomfortable conversations. I'm having to, in those conversations, have people look at me like I'm an alien, like I'm always having a problem with me, like I'm being aggressive. Um, and I ruminate on all of that for weeks, for weeks. And that in of itself drives me insane. It's taxing mentally and psychologically taxing because it's like I'm saying something that is wrong. And it makes me feel so singled out and like overlooked and like I'm a nuisance when I'm adding so much value to like leading this huge project. Eventually, months and months and months go by, I get a bonus. And it's for half of what Kathy received. And you could say that that's a win. I was excited when I got the news. And then it faded because it's like, wait a minute. I had to work 3 times as hard to myself and advocate for myself and to an extent that felt unnatural to get something that is half as good as Kathy, where Kathy did not even have to participate in the conversation and in the bonus conversation. Whereas not only did I have to participate, but I had to ignite, I had to carry, I had to keep the torch flamed, keep the flame burning, all for something that was literally half of what Kathy received, for something that was on Kathy's job description. And so after that, what am I going to say? Like, am I going to raise a stink because of this and make it seem like I'm even more of a problem than I'm already perceived to be? Or do I just be quiet and be grateful that I got something? This situation reveals itself, or these like prejudices reveal themselves through different situations all the time. And I just have to ask myself, like, is this something that I want to engage with anymore? Like, are these situations that I want to find myself in time and time again? Or do I just want to opt out? I know that I am smart. I know that I am capable. I have seen my ideas come from rubbing pennies together, literal, like, I mean, literally, but like, I literally to hundreds of $1,000 grant awards and like um systems and projects that reach hundreds of people, generate six figures in sales. I know that all of that is within me, and I want to craft outcomes that don't exhaust me because that's a pattern of mine as well. I want to engage with folks that don't look at me as less than and don't treat me as less than. And I want to stop engaging with folks the first time where I get that inkling, because it's not worth continuing or like trying to figure out or ruminating or initiating tough conversations. Like, I'm done with all of that, at least for a little bit. I need to take a reprieve because I've just been in that space for so long of like self advocacy for like half of what that same energy would get others. And it's like I'm opening up invitations for help and for assistance, and to not always having to be leading the charge, and then just delegate. That's another thing. It's like I don't want to fight for justice anymore. It's like, okay, I just want to observe and be like, okay, that's the way that you're moving. That's the way that you're moving. I'm not going to tell you what you should be doing, what you should be thinking, what your value should be. I'm just going to bounce. I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave and like continue not to create my own tables because I'm going to keep doing that, but also just find myself at tables that aren't so hard to sit at. I'm not trying to sit at tough tables anymore and take pride in like, oh, it took me a lot to get to this table. Like, that's cool too, but like, I'm good. I'm about to just make my own tables and sit at tables that want me there. I can find myself kikiing at. I find too that there's this pattern emerging in me, or just confidence emerging in me to just like delegate a little bit more quickly too. Because my first sentence always is like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. Oh yeah, you need this. Oh yeah. And then I'm getting so good, y'all, at checking myself and being like, oh wait, actually, sorry. Can you do that? And almost always people are like, oh yeah. I'm like, great, beautiful. I don't have to add it to my mental list. I don't have to dream about it, how it's gonna take form and move forward and how we're gonna troubleshoot and monitor. No, you're just gonna do it. Great. Great. At my farm here, I have a farm manager. He is amazing. He is amazing. He's so thoughtful and kind and invested and proactive and imaginative and resourceful, um, and hardworking. I could go on and on and on about him. He's amazing. Um, and a couple, I think it was like what, 2 months ago or something. We were making plans about what the summer would look like and what the early fall would look like. And I was saying, oh man, okay, so for this project, I need to like go to this store or just go to this website and order this or like go pick up that. Like, oh, they only sell that in like this store, one store in Ohio, and I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna da, da, da. And then I remember he said, he was like, you don't have to do all that. I could do that. Right. And this was in the beginning of this idea. Like this idea has since really flourished in our like relationship. Um, and I cried. It was so embarrassing. At first I was like holding back tears. That's such a simple thing to do. Like if you have a professional relationship and you have like a store manager or yeah, farm manager, it's common for that to be said. I cried in his face, okay? Which was surprised me because it was involuntary. But also let me know how much of an impression it made on me and how little help I received. Grinding, getting all these materials, hauling them, lifting, carrying, dragging, digging, like hammering, staking, building, like building. I don't have help, dog. And when he said that, I cried. Couple weeks, he's kept saying it, and I gave him a raise, and now he procures a lot of the materials, and it's great. And it's really helping me like develop the muscle to like lean in to yeah, delegation and like accepting help and not having it seem like there's something weak with me. Like, no, just because you have a farm manager who's amazing doesn't mean that I in turn am weak. What is where did any of that ideology come from? I'm sure if I journal about it, I'm going to figure it out. But like I've realized that that is a pattern that's in my mind. If I accept help, I must not be able to do it. I must be weak. I must be da 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 da. That's a shame. Capitalism, scarcity, poverty. It's a big one. That's a big one. But yeah, I like do not want my greatest strength to be measured with how much suffering I can tolerate, which how much grit I can exert to get through something. Like I realized that because my identity is being like the strong one, other people's dependence begins to feel normal to an extent where I'm like a utility, like I'm a tool to my like to myself, putting all this pressure on myself to do XYZ and just receiving it from X from ABC elemental P and doing HIJ K whatever the alphabet, doing the entire alphabet. I'm tired of the alphabet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, I just encourage everybody to like ask yourself, should you be carrying this just because you've proven that you can? How can you invite more ease into your day? Start with your day, not your life, not your month, your year, this area, that area. Like starting small. And this is advice to myself too. It's like if I'm in the store and somebody asks if I need help loading something into the car, I am notorious for being like, no, I got it. I got it. No, 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 I'm good. I'm cool. No, I'm going to say, yes, please. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Even if I have to like force it, even if I'm actually feeling strong that day or like have a lot of energy, maybe it's the morning time. No, listen, get that. Yeah, I want, can you get that from that shelf? Yeah, put it in the cart. Yeah, bring it out to my car. I'm tired. I am tired, dog. I hope I don't lean into it too hard because then I'm just going to be like, sitting in the house being like, I don't need to drive to the store to get food. I could just order it on my phone. No, I'll have good boundaries, but yeah, like I'm going to challenge myself to accept all the help that comes my way and go out and seek it at the same time because it just sucks memories from my mind. Just like, man, yeah, I can't even remember what happened yesterday because my brain is fried from decision fatigue and decision paralysis and requests coming in and guilt for not like getting certain requests done and on time. And it's just like taking care of everybody's needs and requests and concerns and perceptions and all of that, and just like really putting myself on the back burner. And that's not okay. Call it whatever you will, embracing softness, soft life, like any of that. Like that's what I'm going for. And that's why I have to like put things down that I spent so much time investing in and building in that have served me. They've bared fruit, that I'm eating still. and will continue to eat for a long time. What? But yeah, it's just time for something different. It's time for my days to be easy. It's time for my thoughts and my nervous system to rest. And I'm really looking forward to that. So, thanks for listening, everybody. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye.